Welcome to PGA Tour 2K23. My name's John McCarthy, and I am packing all the golf lessons. So I invite you to use these lessons to get you swinging that club like a pro and getting that little white ball around the course as best you can. Let's crack into it. Press and hold the swing input button to start your power meter's cursor on its way. Release the button when your cursor is within that white circular band to swing with your intended power. There's a certain amount of forgiveness in... Well, that was well done. After setting your power, that swing plane meter is going to start moving counterclockwise. Press the swing input button to stop the swing plane meter at the very top of that circle. That's going to give you a perfect swing plane. If you stop the swing plane meter too early, you'll push your shot, and that's going to send the ball offline in the direction your golfer is facing. If you stop the swing plane meter too late, you'll pull the shot, and that's going to send the ball in the opposite direction your golfer is facing. As you stray further and further from perfect, your shot's going to go further and further offline. So be very careful. Not quite. Let's reset. Try again. Well, that didn't quite pan out. Let's give that another go. That's the stuff. After you set your swing plane, the timing meter will take over and keep moving counterclockwise. Press the swing input button one more time at the very bottom of the circle to achieve perfect swing timing. Stopping the timing meter too early is going to result in a hook, which will curl your shot in the opposite direction your golfer is facing. Stop. Good job. That's what we're looking for. Congratulations. In this lesson, we're going to talk about one of the most important skills you can have at your disposal, and that is putting. Press and hold the swing input button to start the power meter. Release the button when the cursor is within that white band, and that will set your intended putt weight or putt power. Once your putt weight is set, that's what we're looking for. Your putt weight is how hard you hit the ball. To change the weight of your putt, you can move the aim marker with the aim stick. If you move it towards your golfer, you will have less weight on your putt. If you move it away from your golfer, you will have more weight on your putt. This is a slightly downhill putt, so good job on that one. Those moving dots on the grid are telling us that your putt's going to break a little bit to the right, so you will have to aim to the left to compensate. Use the aim stick to make adjustments before putting so that you can drop this one in the hole. Give it a go. Not quite there, is it? Let's try again. Well, not quite. Let's try that again. All right, that didn't pan out. Let's give it another go. Well done on that lesson. And with that, you are ready to pop the lights out on these. Hello and welcome to this lesson on clubs and shot types. We're going to dig through that golf bag a little bit, and I'll tell you a few simple tricks you can use to navigate some of the situations you find yourself in on the course. Okay, so for this shot, you're hitting into the wind. This means you are going to have to club up, or in other words, use a longer club. So let's press the change club button until you get to the pitching wedge, then just pop this shot onto the green. And let's just go ahead and try that again, okay? Nice work. Now, it's only a matter of time before you find yourself in a situation where the normal shot type is just not going to do. Now, to get on the green from here, you are going to need a chip shot. So let's press the change shot type button until you get to the chip shot, and then chip that ball nice and close to the pin with your next stroke. Let's just go ahead and give that another try. Well, you've got the hang of this one. Information about the current lie of your ball is available always in the top right corner of the screen. This will give you a range of how much spin and power your shot will retain, and then you can use that info to adjust your shot accordingly. For this particular situation, let's change our club to the sand wedge and then change our shot type to a splash shot, which is a great shot for getting out of these greenside bunkers. After that, give that swing a go. See if you can stick it close. That should probably be tried again. Not quite. Let's try that one again. Well, you've got that one down. And now that you know a thing or two about shot types, I'd encourage you. Hello there and welcome to the lesson on advanced shots. In this lesson, we're going to learn about techniques you're going to want to master if you want to compete with the pros. In this situation, we are going to need to take a partial swing. If you chip this with full power, it's going to blow right by the hole. So we are going to have to move our aim marker closer to us to compensate. Move the aim marker a little bit closer to you. See if you can get about a 75% power chip. And then hold down that swing input button until your cursor is in that white circular zone on your meter. Well, no need to linger on this lesson. You're going to come across situations like this one where you want to adjust the spin and loft of your shot. In this case, we want to land our shot on the green softly without a whole lot of roll. And for that, we need to add some backspin. Hold down the true shot button and move your aim stick down to increase your loft and backspin. And then have a go at this pin and see if you can land it nice and soft and close. I think we've got time for another try at this one. And let's just come back to this later. Even if you don't want to, I'm not going to hold you to it. Let's keep moving. Applying a fade or draw to your golf shot is a great tool to have at your disposal. By holding down the true shot button and moving the aim stick to the left, you can apply a fade. By moving the aim stick right, you can apply a draw to the ball flight. To complete this lesson, apply a fade to your next shot and watch that ball curl gently back into the middle of the driving range. Not quite. Let's try that again. Well, this tutorial's always going to be here, and you can always come back to it. Right now, let's just keep moving. Okay, this is where we part ways, and all that's left for you is to choose a difficulty level, and then you can go ahead and customize your golfer in the My Player menu if you feel like it. If not, all good as well. We'll see you out there on the links real soon.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, great to be with you guys. Now this group will be one to watch today. Lots of chatter on social media leading up to this pairing. We have a rookie on tour who has set very specific goals for themselves, and their first one is to beat their playing partner this week.
Love it, Henny. This will make for an extra layer of excitement. It always adds a bit more drama to an event when we can follow a competition within a competition. Can't wait to see what happens in our featured group throughout this tournament. Good shot there. That's a fairway finder for sure. Second shot here on the first. And here we are with the third shot. Putting for birdie. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
starting the round at even par.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
He's currently tied for 5th. One of our on-course reporters, John McCarthy, has been out surveying the scene here in preparation for today's broadcast. John, what are some of the things the players will be looking out for today at Craggy Heights?
Well, Luke, I think one of the first things the players are going to be looking at is really, literally, the shapes of these fairways. They are laid out in a way that often there are little pockets of fairway that the players can hit to, and if they do end up safe, they can really open up options on their approach shots, but they're going to have to be confident in their swing to reap those rewards. Another thing to watch for are holes like the 5th, where the fairway narrows significantly the further out you hit your tee shot. There's also holes like the par 4 17th, where you can drive the green, yes, but there is a lot of danger in the form of water and sand around the green to contend with. So it's very much a risk-reward course. Can't wait to just sit back and watch how these professionals take this course on. Should be a fun week here at Craggy Heights.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Come on, don't be shy.
Okay, steady now. Let's return to live play now. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Oh, just missed. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich.
Couldn't convert after 2 good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead.
So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Teeing off here at the 3rd hole. Going with the 6-iron here. This looks to be heading to the green.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
This one's tracking.
That was a gallant attempt. An opportunity to make their par. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. We have a par 4 on this one. Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Well, it's a little deeper into the rough, but it's sitting nicely.
Going with the 5-iron here. Needs this one to kick right. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's get back to it, shall we? And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Looking really good.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. This hole is a par 5.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Looking really good, this one. Oh, that's a ripper. And that will take him to 1 under. He's currently tied for 3rd. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole. Not bad. Second shot here on the 6th. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Gee, I think they've got the handle of this game, Rich. Fairways and greens.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Here's a chance to get up and down from the greenside bunker. Ooh. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Teeing off here at the 7th. It looked like it came out of a cannon. And now to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And back to the course with the live action. This lie's not great.
Nicely done.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Ooh, right by the hole. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
Currently 2 under for the day. Here we find ourselves at the dramatic 8th hole at Craggy Heights, a par 3 playing 198 yards from the back tees.
Look, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
Oh, good look at a birdie here. It's tracking. A well holed, he'll take the birdie. And that will take him to 3 under. And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard. We've reached the 9th hole. Time to tee off.
Absolutely tattooed that drive.
And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 180 yards.
Opting for the 6 iron. Should find the green. Oh, that's beautifully judged.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh dear. Can he get out of here?
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits here.
Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, balata golf balls, and blades, and I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
Going with the 8-iron here. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. 7 feet to the cup.
This is their look at birdie.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And that will take him to 6 under. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. Oh, Rich loves standing on this 12th tee here, a par 5. You're always thinking birdie or perhaps better. Take us through it.
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is a decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a 3-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening, and from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill. A little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
Oh, that was pure. Lining up the birdie putt here. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And that will take him to 7 under. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Looking really good. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage.
Oh, and they increase their lead. This is impressive, Luke, but can they hold up this play?
Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
That's a pretty handy shot. A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 13th.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Well, that's a nice line. And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. And that will take him to 8 under. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway. And now to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And he's holed it. What a shot.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
From around 180 yards out. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. It's time for a one-shotter. Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
This one is all over it.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Looks good.
And that putt drops, now 9 under as we head to the stretch.
Woo, that is some pretty good breathing room. Out in front by a bunch.
Leading by 6 strokes after that one.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish. Going and going and going.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Second shot here on the 16th.
Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in two.
Always like the aggressive play, going forward in two and get rewarded for it.
Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
Two big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now.
Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Currently in first position.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Oh, don't we love a short par 4, particularly on the penultimate hole, Rich. 17 here, playing under 300 yards.
Luke, at just 283 yards, listen, if you're not going to go for this green, you better just give up your tour card. I mean, literally, this is begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you what kind of player you truly are. Take out the 3-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than that? No, thank you.
This one's for birdie.
And now to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Time now for the 4th shot. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead.
Yeah, that one will play.
From around 170 yards here.
Going with the 6-iron here.
This one is right down the pipe.
And this putt for the tournament. Good stroke. Ladies and gentlemen, they've just won their first ever PGA Tour event. Rich, what do you think's going through their mind right now?
Nothing. They're confused about everything right now. I tell you, you win and you can't believe it just happened. You really just have no idea. You're shocked. It's a great feeling.
And Rich, mark that down as one of the outstanding wins we'll see this season.
It's always impressive when you see a player outshine their fellow competitors, because all of these players are really good, but this player made everybody in the field look very, very average. So good was their performance.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.